if you want to hear a story that will both blow your mind and make you want to work harder, this book is for you. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins is an amazing book and currently my favorite book. Okay, so I just completed this book yesterday and I just want to go over a few things to maybe help you guys understand why you should read it. So, the first thing is that it just teaches you how strong the mind can become, because David Goggins is one tough fucking guy. He is the GOAT. If you guys do not know what he has accomplished in life, I recommend you read this book or at least do a little bit of research. Okay, the book is somewhere between like 25 AUD Australian, that's probably like 15 American. So he has accomplished so much, from coming up as a traumatized child, running away with his mum, to struggling in school, having learning difficulties, then like spraying for cockroaches for years, joining the US, going into the Navy, SEALs, all this stuff, running ultra marathons, and then finding out his heart didn't even work well, and then getting that fixed, struggling with that for years, and then after finishing this book, which is where I'm at, continuously learning and doing more like fucking marathons and stuff at that age, and on top of that hitting a pull-up record. So if you're just like, oh, I can just run, no, you hit a pull-up record. It's in the mind here. So I'm gonna give you guys a few takeaways of what this book really taught me. So because I don't want to talk too much about the book, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, because there's so much you can take away from this book. If you are someone that struggles with having a weak mind, quitting early, or doing any of that sort of stuff along the lines where you're just quitting early or you're not performing to where you think you should be, this book is perfect for you. Like, in my videos, I try and speak as best as I can, but this guy has had so many experiences where he's just pushing himself that, like, you can't get it anywhere better than that. That book is gonna teach you guys everything you need to know. Now, the only problem that the book has is that you can't do the experiences that he's had. Like, those are his experiences. You have to go out and do it yourself. Now, that doesn't mean go and run an ultra marathon, but like, go and push yourself to the limits. A lot of people have never run until they can't take another step. A lot of people have never trained so hard they fucking, like, every single set they can't even, they're failing every fucking rep. They're pushing to their absolute failure. Not many people have worked until they can't even keep their eyes open, then woke themselves up again, like smacked themselves, made themselves wake up, and then kept working for another couple hours on repeat. Most people haven't accomplished that. Now, I'm on my way to that. I'm speaking from my experiences in that, where I can't run, like I run till I can't walk. But the human mind is just capable of so much. So let's go over a few things that I took away from this. And I mention it a lot, the 40% rule, where you only use 40% of your brain or your willpower or your capabilities when you reach failure. So like, let's say you go on a run. This is the best example. You go on a run and you feel like giving up, you feel like quitting. You're probably only at 40% of your maximum output. You have 60% left. Now, this is proven. Like, it's your brain telling you it doesn't want to work anymore, and you'll make every excuse in the world. So it's just a mental battle after that. Like, no, I can keep going. And you're like fucking barely even running, but that's the whole point of it. You can go so much further. What I've also taken away from this book is that it doesn't have to be anything physical. You can strive to work as hard as you can on anything. It could be studying. He studied his ass off. Imagine going through life with a learning difficulty like his, where you have to read things thousands of times just to remember, or hundreds of times just to remember it. Like, it's crazy, and I strive for that, and I'm very grateful. It makes you feel very grateful for the position you've been put in, because he went through some tough fucking shit. So you can always do more is what I've learned. Like, there'll be times where I'll push myself to 100% and I'll go home, or I'll be thinking about that from like the future, and I'll look back and I'll say, I probably could have gone a little more. So look back at your own experiences and try and remember a time where you felt like you couldn't push anymore, but looking back now, you say you could have gone more. Because in the time, our brain is like clouded. It's like a foggy thought where you're just like, I can't go anymore. This is too much. The body goes into like fucking panic mode because you're pushing it harder than you have pushed it before. And it just turns into a mental mode where you're like, I can't do this. And then you're fighting with this bitch voice in the back of your head saying, I can do this. So these are a few things that I've taken away already. I've just mentioned a few. Is that this book is the embodiment of you can do more. And also, a lot of people say this book is about like learning more about yourself and finding new limits. But I feel like, to me, this book is about not having a limit and being limitless in what you choose to do. Like, obviously we are at the end of the day limited, but no one in life has ever reached that limit unless they die. If you reach that 100% limit, you would die. So you can always push it so much more. Now, I'm not saying go out and push till you die. That's obviously not what I'm saying, and I hope you guys don't take it like that. But there are things that you can definitely push yourself harder in. And there was one quote from this book, and I don't know why, but I found it and then I couldn't find which page it's on, so I can't tell you guys where it is. It's around the 280 page mark to 300 page mark. I'm not 100% sure which page it's on, but if one of you guys can find it for me, I'd appreciate that. It goes something along the lines of, what someone else thinks about you has nothing to do with your mindset. This means that it's about proving it to you. What someone else thinks, trying to prove it to someone else, trying to make someone else think another thing, has nothing to do with mindset. It's about you. The reason I train 7 days a week instead of 5 days a week, where I could probably get the same result, is that it's for me. It's for my mindset. I train every day so that I know I fucking accomplished the bare minimum that day. That's the point. And it's also a matter of fact of never having a day off. That may sound stupid to other people, but like I just said, my mindset has nothing to do with what other people think. It has absolutely nothing to do with what other people think. So that was one of the biggest quotes, and it's crazy that I can't even remember the quote, but that is probably the biggest impact that it's had on me. And just understanding that I can push past my limits, and the only person that sets limits on me is myself, truly. Like, other people can, like, they have this idea of what you can accomplish, this idea of what you can achieve. Like, all my friends, they probably reckon I could get maybe 2,000 subscribers. They don't visualize the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million subscribers like I do. And even that's a limit. I could hit 10 fucking billion subscribers. Obviously I can't, there's not enough people in the world, but like, it's limitless. It's limitless. That's my point. Like, you can accomplish so much more. And I think that's a good conclusion of this video, is that this book is the embodiment of accomplishing so much more. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this conclusion, this little, not breakdown, just like me talking about this book, giving it a little review, I give it a 10 out of 10. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.